Hey guys, Ryan here. I'm coming at you with a contest entry, and this is a response to Tadling76's contest that he's holding, where he wants us to discuss our three favorite scary, semi-scary films. And he had this contest before recently, and not a lot of people were involved with it, and you know, I think it's because there's still a lot of people that don't like horror movies, and I'm holding my Fright Fest right now, and I completely understand what he's talking about, and so he's kind of doing what I was doing, and you can include like thrillers and suspense movies. Me personally, I like horror movies, and so my three favorite are definitely horror movies. So I'll go ahead and get started. Number one, it is Halloween. Halloween was one of the first horror movies I ever saw. I was in third grade, and my initial memory of the version that I saw was a Blockbuster video home, like it was like they bought it from Blockbuster, one of my friends, and it was the TV edition with the theatrical stuff in it. Like, so it's the extended edition. And we watched that, and I was scared to death. I had never seen anything like this before. I was like, man, what's this guy going around killing babysitters? I mean, that's pretty much what it was about, was killing a babysitter, even though the only babysitter in the actual film doesn't die. Well, technically, one of her friends was a babysitter for part of the night, but later when she died, she wasn't babysitting at that time. You know what I'm saying? Well, anyway, it's just the fact that there's this guy that just basically hid in the shadows and just came out, with that. Now I know it's a William Shatner mask that's painted white, and I'm just like, man, there is no expression. It's a monster. And that movie just really, really freaked me out, and I loved it. And so for like third and fourth grade, I always watched it. We always watched it, and would always borrow it. And in fifth grade, I actually, we were we'd go out for recess out on the playground, and we would play tag, but instead of playing tag, we would play Halloween. And one of us would be Michael Myers, and we'd chase each other around. It's just a stupid thing. But I just remember that movie scared the heck out of me, and it really influenced my viewing in movies. And, then I started watching a whole bunch of other horror movies as well. And so I figured I'd go ahead and share that little backstory with that. Also, the next one would be Night of the Living Dead. Now, Night of the Living Dead is my favorite because it influenced me more than the others. Dawn of the Dead, Romero's Dawn of the Dead, is actually a better film in my opinion, but I love the first one more because of how much it impacted, me. Not me, because it's not like I go around and I eat people, but it impacted, my influence of movies, and I found that movie through, liking horror movies like Halloween. But, I used to mow yards when I was a kid, in elementary school and in early middle school. I would mow yards for people. And, I'd be inside their houses, getting something to drink. It was always people I know, so I'm not just hanging out in their houses, not doing anything, in a stranger's house. It was people that I knew or I was related to. Well, this one person had a film collection, and it was a VHS collection, and he had all these films that he collected in the 80s. He hadn't bought, like, any new VHS. They were all the original VHS from the 80s. Like, it really proclaimed on the case and on the box that it was a VHS, plays in your VCR, that kind of thing. And I saw a copy of a movie called Night of the Living Dead. I was like, man, this looks awesome. So I grabbed it, and I said, can I borrow this? And they were like, sure, what's it rated? It's not rated. I guess they didn't realize that it was Night of the Living Dead, and that movie's not rated. It doesn't have an official rating. So I brought it home, and it was an awful picture quality, but that's because it was the public domain version, which the movie's in public domain, but I could not turn it off. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. At first I was like, okay, it's a black and white horror movie, zombie movie, how can it be? I had no clue that was actually the most influential movie in regards to the zombie culture, what we know of now, Walking Dead and stuff. That was the first one. Yeah, there was movies like White Zombie with Bela Lugosi and stuff like that, but this was the first one that portrayed a zombie as a flesh eater, and I was like, man. And, halfway through the movie, when there was that first scene of the zombies eating, I was like, oh my gosh, holy cow. And I was blown away by it, and I love that movie so much even to this day. So that's my second one. My third one would be The Exorcist. And this was really my first branch out into the psychological thriller horror movie, supernatural kind of thing, you know. But I remember when I first watched it, I was like, this isn't really even a horror movie. It's a really good psychological thriller. I was like, it's really a really good character study of the mom and the relationship with her daughter. You know, the mom is a movie star, and the beginning of the movie, you kind of see that her and her mom have a relationship. Her and her daughter have a relationship like, you know, they have a housekeeper and all that kind of stuff. But she loves her daughter. But that same her personal life, separated from her husband and everything like that, is like really tested when her daughter is possessed. And a lot of people look at the movie just as from the daughter's perspective. The daughter is possessed. That's what the movie's about. But I see it also as a struggle between the mom dealing with her life, the fact that she's an actress. She's an actress whose daughter is possessed. Not necessarily just a regular mom, but a famous person whose daughter is possessed. And I don't know, I just think there's something fascinating about that. And the whole build-up of the movie to the final, exorcism scene is just brilliant. But anyways, guys, those are my 3 favorite. So I hope you guys take part in Tadling's contest, and I will see you guys next time. See ya.